This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Truro and Penwith College and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. St Agnes has held its annual fete. The event was centred on the Island Hall, where there were proposals on display for refitting the hall space for community use and functions for up to 120 people. A futuristic glass extension on the back of the building will house flexible workspace with walls that can be moved to meet business requirements. Islanders shared the initial plans earlier in the weekend. There could be grant funding of up to 80%. The scheme is likely to go before planners around Christmas or early in the new year. Fete attendees were offered live music from the Red Sails Orchestra and plenty of island merchandise to buy. And on the field, locals and visitors' physical skills were put to the test. Ollie Hayes and the Lioness and Shire gig crew are hosting a rowing machine challenge for both visitors and residents.
We're doing the 200-metre sprint challenge on the rowing machine. As you can see, there's the lady taking part in the event at the moment. Yeah, we're hoping to get some more rows for the Shire or the Lioness. We're a bit low on numbers on the St Agnes at the moment, so yeah.
Jack was looking after the welly wanging.
We're running the welly wanging stall for 50p each, and I think it might be for a charity.
Is there any technique with these, Jack?
Spinning seems to be making you go the furthest, but it can go completely wrong direction.
Nobody had been hit by a stray boot when we spoke with him, but some were travelling quite a distance if the right technique was followed. Have you had anybody hit by a low-flying welly yet?
No, we have not, but we have had some go quite far the wrong way.
The AONB were on site to offer more information about plans to rid St Agnes of rats. Jacqueline Pearson of the Wildlife Trust was getting kids to colour in pictures of seabirds whose colonies are threatened by rats eating bird eggs. St Agnes school kids have been recording data on mammals to help them understand the rat eradication proposals.
We're working on the seabird recovery project, and we've got some of the local school children that are coming back and forth to help us. They are currently monitoring mammal populations around the school, also around Periglus, and it's all part of a feasibility project because we want waste management to get better, to stop the rats so they don't colonise the Western Rocks. And one of the things that we've been teaching the kids is that rats can swim for 3 days non-stop. And so it's really easy to get over to Annet. So if we can control the rats here, it'll help the bigger picture of the seabirds. And so it's called the Seabird Recovery Project. And to help us with awareness today, they're making badges. So we've got lots of lovely Manx shearwaters, storm petrels, puffin badgers, and they are going to get the message across as well to the public because they've been learning about it in school. So with the help of the children, it's all about St Agnes and trying to really protect and enhance our fantastic seabird populations.
Jacqueline says there are fears that the silly bee, which has been seen most recently on St Agnes, could be extinct.
We're really worried it is, yeah, and that's why we've really upped the ante this year to monitor them and to get everybody looking for them. We found none yet, so we're very worried that it may have gone from these islands. It's a subspecies of the Moscarda bee, so it is over in the UK. This is a subspecies, the silly bee, but we're worried now that we don't know what effect exactly has caused it to decline. We wanted to learn more about it, but maybe we're a little bit too late.
Staying with bees, and Claire Lewis from the AONB is working on a project to discourage people from bringing bee stocks over and importing the Varroa mite. Scilly has escaped the devastating mite so far.
Well, predominantly it's awareness raising. There's honeybees across the world having a hard time lately with Varroa and other things. It's decimating their numbers, and of course they're really important pollinators. Here in Scilly we're Varroa free, which is one of the main threats to honeybees.
It's type of mite, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're trying to keep it that way. So we've got an awareness raising campaign. We're trying to work with transport providers and the post office to give us a heads up if possible if there's any bees coming into the islands that could potentially carry disease.
Do people actually post bees then?
Yeah. So there's other islands around Britain. I've just been up to Colonsay in the Hebrides that are Varroa free as well, and they are appealing to European Court to have a bylaw to kind of to challenge the Freedom of Livestock Act, because it's such a bespoke situation there, and it's really important to keep it disease free. So yeah, they'd potentially be people that we'd exchange queens with to keep healthy stocks, because obviously we do need genetic variation as well.
As you might expect from the St Agnes Fete, there was plenty of food inside the Island Hall, and the drink was flowing freely as well. Anyone for Pimm's? And there was plenty of art on display, from youngsters working on paper to kids who had their faces used as the canvas. The whole event was partially raising funds for the Island Hall, because the community needs to match fund any grants available from Europe.